How you can eat when traveling and how you can still lose weight and drop body fat. Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Alessi, author of Lose Fat Forever, the Bermuda Triangle Diet, host of Live It Fit Now, and contributor for USA Today. And whether you're traveling in a car or on an airplane, chances are you're going to be looking for some food. Now, I have worked with a lot of people before, and sometimes when you're eating on the run, you're going to eat less than optimal. You're going to eat foods that will probably increase your body fat, hurt your energy level, and at the same time are really unhealthy. It doesn't have to be that way. I want you to think about it a little bit differently, and there are so many options of what you could have when traveling. For example, first and foremost, I would like most people to plan and prepare a little bit. You don't have to bring cooler bags on the plane with you, although that's not a terrible idea. But if you bring some things with you like walnuts or almonds, pistachios, those types of things are usually pretty convenient to take along with you. But also, too, you could buy individual packets now of olives that already have the juice expelled from it, which is really nice, or possibly some beef jerky, some even bacon, things that you could eat to keep your blood sugar level nice and satisfied. When you're in an airport, you're surrounded with all of these choices. There's a lot of choices around there, and most of them revolve around bread. They're grains, they're sandwiches, they're burgers, they're French fries, they're starches, and of course a lot of sugars. I think when some people travel, they say, well, I'm not home right now, so it doesn't matter what I eat. I kind of deserve it and owe it to myself, and I'll go out and have things that I might not even have at home. I'm going to caution you to not do that. Even if you haven't planned and prepared, there are some good options in the airport. First and foremost, let's say that the airport doesn't have many good choices. The Buffalo International Airport happens to be one of them. Not an abundance of great choices. But that being said, I have never been in any airport at all that doesn't have at least a burger. Now you might be thinking, well, a burger is not a really healthy thing. Well, it's not terrible if you actually just get rid of the bread. If you're having the burger, if you're having the lettuce and tomato and the pickle, it's not terrible. Even the cheese won't hurt you. You can just take the bun away. The same thing, too, when I'm having eggs. You could get an egg sandwich. You could get eggs on a biscuit. You could get an egg wrap. If you take the egg part out of it, just put it on a tray or on a dish, it's like you're having scrambled eggs. There are options and choices, but in doing so, we do want to keep your blood sugar level as stable as possible. Now, there are some other airports, of course, that have some great choices. You could sit down, and I don't know which ones you've been to, but some of them are even pretty elaborate. You can get pretty much anything you want. I've been in airports before where you can get sea bass, you can get filet mignon, you can get anything that you really want that will help you with your nourishment. It'll help you look better, feel better, and also give you great energy. There are so many choices out there. If you do happen to be in a car, I want you to plan and prepare a little bit more and actually put things in a cooler. You have a little bit more flexibility because you have more room and you have more space, and you don't have to go through a security line where you have to basically get naked and get ready for a shower before you can get to the other side. So you can bring a cooler bag with you. You can carry liquids with you that won't be confiscated or taken away by the TSA. All of that I bring up because recently myself and Chef Binks, we were on an airplane and we were going to West Palm Beach, Florida. We do work down there, and in the process of doing so, we had to stop a couple different times. One airport had all the choices in the world and one didn't have many, so we had to get a little bit creative, but you can still eat properly even when traveling. The last part of this is really, what are you doing when you're not traveling? What are you doing on a daily basis? How are you eating on a regular basis to help keep your blood sugar level as stable as possible, not increase blood sugar so your body doesn't release insulin, storing that sugar as fat energy? Well, the answer is you have to eat well on a daily basis. I do recommend eating lean sources of protein. I do recommend eating good, heart, healthy, unsaturated fats. I do recommend eating carbs, but eating the ones that are lower in the glycemic response and index. If you do that on a regular basis, whether you're traveling or not, you're going to be eating properly for your body. Now, for those of you that want to go deeper, whether you travel or whether you don't, you might have a very scheduled routine or you might be all over the place. It's important that you figure out what you should do on a daily basis. And I bring that up because I meet with people during a private fitness and fat loss consultation, where one of the things that I do is I go through your day, your schedule, and look to see what you should be eating when you should be eating it. Now, as I mentioned before, I work with a lot of people that travel for a living, some in a car, some in an airplane domestically, and some in an airplane internationally. It's a little bit different for everybody in terms of what that schedule is, but it's important to figure out what's going to work best for you. It's also important to see where you're starting from right now, what your current body fat and levels are, and where you want to get them to, and then put together a plan, a blueprint to get you from point A to point B rationally. We want to make sure that you're doing this in a way in which you don't have to turn your life upside down, but at the same time, you have nice, steady progress and really get measurable results. This whole thing isn't worth a can of beans or a hill of beans, really, if you're not moving in the direction you want to get into. So it's super important to do that. I don't want to get too far into it. If you click the link below, you could read more about that and exactly what we do during a private fitness and makeover consultation. But at the end of the day, my job is to give you clarity so that you know where you want to get to and how to do it to make sure that you're not wasting any time and really improving the quality of your life. So hopefully today this video served you, knowing how to eat, how to plan and prepare your foods when traveling. I'm Dr. Derek Alessi, asking you to make the most of your life and live it fit.